More than 1,000 delegates are converging here in the City of Peace, Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, for the 2023 annual meetings of the African Development Bank Group.
إنه من دواعي سروري أن أرحب بكم في مدينة السلام شرم الشيخ التي تشرف باستضافة الاجتماعات السنوية لبنك التنمية الأفريقي 2023.
The future of Africa is green. Our infrastructure should be green and greener. Our economies must be climate-proofed and resilient. Let's unleash the power of the private sector for a greener Africa.
We do believe that there is a great potential for Africa to set an example for low-carbon, high-growth, sustainable development. Finance is going to be a critical success factor.
The annual meetings also allow a space for knowledge sharing, including the launch of its flagship annual report and African Economic Outlook.
Now, what we found from that negotiations, as in other climate negotiations, is that we need huge amounts of resources to be able to address climate change impacts in Africa and around the world. But despite the megawatts of promises, we don't have megawatts of action.
Thematic knowledge events provided a deeper delve into topics around this year's theme of mobilizing private sector financing for climate change and green growth in Africa.
The urgency and the complications of the climate emergency demand a rethinking both of the scale and the content of the manner in which we talk about the private sector and the mobilization of the private sector.
We do have the instruments that we can tap onto to basically partner with others that come into our countries.
You have to be very clear with the projects that you want to implement, the projects that are part of your commitment to your climate action and hence the global action, and that's where country ownership comes in.
Women are agents of change. And so when we're helping women and when we're focusing programming on women and girls, we're helping development outcomes across the board. I know that the president understands that, and that's why he's a good partner.
Good morning.
The program was also sprinkled with compelling side events, networking with development partners, and persons at the highest levels of African government, filled with fun events to socialize and new ways to fully immerse in the bank's project success stories. The annual meetings may be coming to a close for this year, but mark your calendars now for the annual meetings 2024 in Nairobi, Kenya, 27th through 31st May 2024. We'll see you there.